Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're back for the finale of Insecure Season 4. I have to say that this was a really good season. I really enjoyed everything that went down this season. However, I am a little upset right now with the finale, and it definitely left a major cliffhanger for next season. So I mean, when it comes to that, I guess next season will be dope too, because we'll have a lot to unpack. And off the bat, we see Lawrence and Issa, talking, and he basically lets her know that he got the job. And he's like, is this gonna be a problem for you? And she's like, no, like she's hype about it. And she's like, listen, I'm ready to possibly move, make some new friends, because her and Molly, but I was a little bit surprised to see that Issa was ready to like up and move with Lawrence, and I think that's dope. It really shows that she's trying to do whatever she can to keep the relationship going. And then we see Molly and Drew, and they're at like a company party event or mixer type of situation, and Drew does not seem like he wants to be there at all. They play a little game, and he figures out who Torian is. I like that name, Torian, but I don't know. I just got that feeling with that conversation that him and Molly had, that there was going to be some type of discord this episode. But yeah, something's not right. I noticed that he wasn't really feeling that, and then he was like, I don't know if I really want to go to the next party, like the after party after that situation. And Molly was like, okay. Yeah, so moving forward, then Issa goes over to the barbershop where Nathan works. And I was a little bit worried. I'm like, okay, why is she going over there? Are they still like talking or whatever? But she actually went over there to look at the space, like the back room of the barbershop, where she's thinking about having her next event. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you know what the event that she's planning next. I don't really remember her mentioning what specifically she was going to do with the event, but she's like looking around and she's like liking the space, and Nathan basically talks about what he planned on doing with the space as well. And once again, Nathan is encouraging Issa and motivating her, and I really like that between them. So I really hope that their friendship doesn't end. But Nathan basically apologizes for talking shit about Lawrence. Which I ain't really mad at him, you know what I mean? Like, okay, he was feeling a little, let down, so he went in on Lawrence just a little bit. And what he said was really the truth. But anyway, he apologizes, and he wanted to let her know how, what he really felt about her. And I was wondering, is he gonna like keep pushing? Like, it seems like once she said, look, me and Lawrence are back, basically. We could still be friends and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know, I just feel like Nathan's not gonna give up that easy, and I don't know. See, I'm just torn in between. So Molly and Drew get back to the house, and Drew wants to watch that fake show that they've been watching, and Molly's like, I'm tired, you know what I mean? And he's like, well, okay, cool, we'll just do it on your schedule. Because she was like, don't watch it without me. And he's like, obviously he's just tired of her shit at this point. And he gives it to her. He's like, yo, you're dismissive, you don't never let shit go. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I totally agree with that. I don't think she lets shit go. And she knows it because she even called her therapist and said that shit. So he probably struck a nerve with that one. And I was kind of here for it. I was here for Drew, getting into Molly real quick because she needed it. And I think, the things that have been happening between them, he definitely has a right to be upset with her. Because Molly be doing the most, point blank. Right in the middle of the argument, Kelly calls Molly's phone, and we cut to everyone at Tiffany's house, and Tiffany Man is trying to find Tiffany. Apparently, I think she went to like a hotel to kind of get away and kind of stop answering her phone or something like that. So they ended up going to, I don't even know what the hell that was, where they were at, where they ended up finding the bartender. And the bartender was like, yeah, she left in a lift. So they figure out how far the lift went. and kind of try to get an idea of which Mexican restaurant she went to. So they go to the Mexican restaurant. They end up looking at the footage and seeing that she got on the bus. And then they get on the bus, and Tiffany's man is like, yo, I didn't really I knew she was unhappy, but I didn't know it was like this bad. And we kind of get to really see how the postpartum depression is affecting Tiffany. And, you know, they console him or whatnot. And Issa's like, everyone's not perfect. And I can see Molly kind of looking over at Issa, and something's weird going on there. And they get off the bus, they get to the hotel. Well, actually, before they got off the bus, they realized that it was the Sheraton Hotel that they needed to go to, and they pass it, and they're like all at the talking to the bus driver, trying to get him to open up the door. And then Kelly sees the button to press, and he's like, "You better not press that." She presses it. They get off the bus, and all of a sudden the police is there, and the dude that was all up in Kelly's face, that was sitting next to her, and some other girl, and the bus driver is snitching. So everybody is just talking shit to each other, and finally the cops like, well, you know, Molly says she's an attorney and blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, is it because we black? And they're like, you know what, just get the fuck on. Just get the fuck on. And they left. They get to the hotel, they get to the floor, and they're like approaching the room. And it gets real serious, and her husband knocks on the door, and she slowly opens the door, and she's just like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't know what else to do. And I really felt for her, like, that was really sad to see. And they just hug each other, you know, and I was just happy that she was able to receive him, because she could have just like kept the door closed and like leave me the fuck alone and stayed in it. But, you know, it was just good to see them finally back together and hugging and loving on one another. And she needs a lot of support during this time, so it was good to see. And once again, like, we get these little shots of Molly and Issa looking at each other in the midst of everything that's going on. So yeah. So back to Molly and Drew. And it's like Molly just got back from the whole thing that happened with Tiffany, you know, and Drew asks about, you know, how everything turned out, and is she okay? And everything goes left again between them two. And he basically, you know, he's saying that he doesn't think that they're on the same page. I'm also like looking at my notes. And it's just not about his brother, that he's been feeling some type of way with Molly. And I don't know, I wonder if Molly was shocked by that. But they have been having like little issues here and there. And he said he doesn't think that they may be a good match. And I was like, oh shit, you about to break up with her, child. And he said it shouldn't be that hard. And he's right, it really shouldn't be like a struggle. But I'm glad that he's being very vocal with Molly, because I think that Molly really needs to hear it, because sometimes she act like her shit don't stink. And it does. And you know, she's like, she willing to work at it and, you know, work on everything and go to a therapist, be more open, and, you know, okay. And she's like, well, you know, we both haven't gotten this far in relationships, you know what I mean, in a long time. So maybe there is some issue there, you know, like, I don't know. They might be both second guessing it, because like she said, they both haven't really taken it this far with someone, and basically are boyfriend and girlfriend now. So it might be some new territory that they're stepping in, and they may not know how to navigate it just yet. But I don't know, I could see them working out, but Molly would definitely have to do some work, because like we see, Drew is not with the bullshit. He will curse Molly ass out. And we see that he might have broken up with her. So we get to the meat and potatoes of the episode when Lawrence goes over to Issa's house, and he lets her know that Condola came over. And she's like, okay. And he's like, she said she needed to talk. And I was like, oh shit, see, here we go. Condola done came over, they done had sex. And next thing you know, he doesn't want to be with Issa anymore. But he actually says that Condola says she's pregnant. And I was like, wow, okay. And poor Issa, man. I mean, poor Lawrence too. Like, if you're not ready to have a kid and then it's about to happen and nothing you can do. Yeah, so pretty fucked up situation for everyone involved. And I was just like, damn, I don't want to see Condola ass no more. I thought she disappeared. Like, I really thought that we wasn't gonna have to see Condola anymore. And yeah, that's not gonna happen. And you know, he's telling Condola, like, why, like, are you gonna keep it? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, but why? Like, we're not together. You know, he's just got this new job. And he just doesn't understand. And I'm like, well, that's kind of fucked up too, because if you put that out there, it's kind of like telling her to get an abortion because you don't think it's a good idea. And yeah, just not an easy conversation to have. But she's basically like, listen, like, I'm okay. Like, I'm good regardless. Like, you could be a part of the situation as much as you want to, but either way, she's good. And I see a lot more women, you know, willing to just do without the guy, you know, and it's kind of selfish because the kid definitely should have both parents. But, you know, a lot of women for a long time been taking care of children, or, you know, without the father around. And moving forward, like, a lot of women aren't necessarily, I feel like a lot of women who are successful or whatnot and still don't have kids yet and having like a hard time trying to find a relationship. Like, I feel like those women could easily mess with a guy, get pregnant, and like have a baby and do totally fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. And Issa was just like, it's a lot. Like, this is a lot. And so she was like, are you gonna be with like Condola now? Like, are y'all getting back together? And he's like, no, I want to be with you. And I was like, oh, okay. So at least he still wants to be with Issa's child. But I thought that he was going to say that because she's having a baby, he doesn't want her like to be a one-parent home, that he would want to like try to see if he can make it work with her. But he was like, nah, like, I don't want to be with her. And I was like, okay, Lawrence, okay. So now you're going to have to figure out how to co-parent with Condola, and Issa has to figure out, is that something that she wants to do? I mean, because Nathan ain't got no kids. Just saying. But nah, I think that it could work. But I feel like getting over, you know, the initial news of it all is a lot. And it's going to be a lot for Issa. But I think with time, it could be better. Like, we don't know Condola like that, so we don't know if she's going to be like drama, you know, with the whole co-parent and shit, but we will see. Yeah, so that was the episode. Well, actually, before that, Issa goes to the Ethiopian restaurant and meets Molly, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, and Molly was like, I'm glad that you made it. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so she called Issa and wanted to talk to her. Okay, Molly. So maybe the shit that happened with Tiffany, and them looking for her, maybe that has some type of effect on the friendship, or feeling like the friendship should still, you know, happen. Maybe the shit with Andrew made her want to talk to Issa again. I don't know, child. But I just was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting Molly and Issa to be trying to work it out after what happened last week. So, I mean, I'm happy that they got together and they're talking. We didn't get to hear none of the goddamn conversation, which I was mad. Like, I want, because they was talking, but we don't get to hear what they said, child. So I guess we won't find out till the next season. So cliffhanger for the pregnancy, Issa and Molly's relationship. Like, I think they'll get it together. But Molly has a lot to work on. Molly has a lot to work on with Issa. She has a lot to work on with her family, with Drew. Kelly, I feel like we don't never really know what the hell is going on with Kelly. But good that we got to see her in this final episode. But yeah, I would like to know more about Kelly. And Tiffany and Drew, I think that Tiffany and her husband, I mean, they're going to be all right. I think she'll definitely get through that. Who else we have? And Issa and Lawrence. I feel like they can work it out. It just ain't going to be easy. It is not going to be easy with this pregnancy situation. That shit's going to be rough. And I can't wait till next season to see what happens. So I was gonna go live after this review, but we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. You know, this whole reviewing thing is totally new to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I love watching reviews, and I thought that I can give it a shot. And I feel like I'm getting a little bit better as time goes on, but it's definitely something new to me. But I'm glad I just took a step out there and joined the fun. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next season.